Turning now to a multi-state, multi-million-dollar theft ring targeting the Midwest meatpacking industry. Homeland Security investigators discovering it after several semi-trailers with loads of frozen beef were reported stolen from a Nebraska factory. Lancaster County Sheriff Terry Wagner joining us live from Lincoln, Nebraska. Sheriff Wagner, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So 3 people from Florida arrested in connection to the meat theft ring across Nebraska, 5 other states as well. How did investigators finally figure this out?
Well, when we initially took the reports of the stolen trailers that we had discovered in Lancaster County, then we discovered that these were stolen from Grand Island, central Nebraska, and that there were other loads of beef stolen from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And so we knew that there had to be a common denominator. So deputies continued to work this case, kind of peel back the layers, if you would. We worked together with the Homeland Security Task Force and just gathered information to identify 3 men that were eventually arrested last week in Florida.
And we know the theft ring based in Miami, Florida, as you say, it targeted Midwest beef and pork packing plants. Can you tell us how elaborate was their setup? How did they actually pull this off?
Well, they would basically hop in a tractor with no trailer, drive from Florida, and then sort of patrol the areas of that meatpacking plants were prevalent. They would identify a staging area for trailers that were loaded and waiting to be transported, and they would just hook onto one of those trailers, had a false bill of lading, and then would just take off with the meat. They would then offload that into another stolen trailer and haul it to Florida.
Goodness gracious. How long did this go on for? And I know we were talking about multi-million dollars. How much money was lost?
Well, we have investigated or identified about 45 cases of stolen trailers with beef and pork in them for an estimated loss of about $9 million. We don't know how long this has been going on. Obviously, we began investigating this in June, and so it didn't just start then. So we'll continue to identify victims in these cases and try to determine how far back this goes.
And you mentioned those 3 men arrested. Do you expect there to be any more arrests?
There certainly could be. As we identify more victims, we may also identify more suspects. And we're continuing to work with Homeland Security investigators in Florida and just kind of put all the pieces of this puzzle together.
And forgive me, I'm not an expert in meat packing, but wouldn't you expect that there were companies all this time that were noticing trailers of frozen meat were just going missing?
Well, yeah, you would think that, but it's not quite as simple as that. And one agency would take a report of a stolen trailer, and then another agency would, and that would not be communicated amongst them. So once we started contacting other cities around with meatpacking plants and asking them if they had thefts of trailers, we started learning of the magnitude of this case.
What do you make of this in your career? Have you ever seen anything like this?
Not this elaborate and not this much money involved. Normally you think of drugs or something of that nature that would generate this kind of money. But, just think what this has done to the economy. These companies have to make up those losses somehow, and that's through the consumer in the supermarket.
What are the chances this is just the tip of the iceberg?
Well, that's possible. Like I said, we'll continue to investigate this, try to make the determination of how deep it really goes, and find out who's buying the beef down in Florida, and continue working on the...
Exactly, because there has to be a buyer on the other side. Sheriff Terry Wagner, this was certainly an eyebrow-raising story for me and our viewers. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.